Hi everyone, in today's video we're going to be talking about sebaceous hyperplasia. And you're probably wondering, what is sebaceous hyperplasia? If you ever noticed those little tiny bumps that kind of look like whiteheads, but they are not whiteheads, and there's no way for you to pick on it, it's just there, and it's a little bump, and it's not usually red or black, it's usually in the color of your skin. Those little tiny bumps are called sebaceous hyperplasia. I dealt with them in the past and I'm still dealing with them. They kind of appear randomly. I have them on my face and I have them on my body, and in today's video I will be removing them, but first I want to talk to you about it so you can kind of understand the cause of them and also what they look like, what they are. So sebaceous hyperplasia is not milia. It's kind of similar in a way, but they are very different conditions. And when you compare milia to sebaceous hyperplasia, the second one is usually just bigger. So usually sebaceous hyperplasia is mistaken for acne. It's very common. A lot of people just see those little bumps on their face and their body and they think that they just a little pimple that will go away, and unfortunately they just don't really go away on their own. And don't try picking on them because it's not gonna go anywhere, it's not gonna help, it's just gonna make your skin red and irritated, so don't pick on that. Sebaceous hyperplasia lesions may be persistent and they often require ongoing management, but the good thing is that sebaceous hyperplasia is not cancerous. Again, as usual, I always encourage everyone to go see a dermatologist at least once a year to do a whole body skin check so you can identify any lesions, any skin growth on your skin to make sure that they are not cancerous. So that's the first thing you should do. But if whatever skin lesion, whatever skin growth you have is recognized by your dermatologist as a sebaceous hyperplasia, they're safe. They are not cancerous, so you don't have to worry about it. So when it comes to causes, sebaceous hyperplasia lesions usually form from when the sebaceous glands become enlarged, and that leads to formation of those tiny little bumps. And like I mentioned before, they are usually the same color as your skin. They kind of sometimes look like whiteheads, but they're just little tiny bumps, so they're not as visible as pimples, but you can still see them on your skin. As for the other skin growths that I mentioned on my channel already, sebaceous hyperplasia is more common in people who are middle-aged, so usually in your late 30s you will start noticing them more. And there are a few things that play a role, and usually it's just sun exposure. You want to avoid too much sun exposure, use your SPF, and also age. Hormonal changes, again, very common. Any type of hormonal changes that you go through, especially pregnancy, that may cause some of those skin growths to form. When it comes to treatment of sebaceous hyperplasia, there are a few things you can do to get rid of it. Doctors usually prescribe retinoids to get rid of sebaceous hyperplasia. It's more of a topical treatment and it doesn't always work, especially if you had those lesions for a long time. Probably just using retinoids and retinol creams not gonna really work. That's just what happened to me. Chemical peels and retinoids may help reduce the visibility of those lesions. So some of the treatments that you can do at the dermatologist's office are laser treatment, obviously more expensive treatments. There is also using heat. Doctors also use cryotherapy, a part of laser therapy, and as well as electrocautery. And again, as with all the similar treatments, often multiple treatments are required. So it's usually a little pricey. It really depends on your insurance and on the doctor you choose, on the office. So again, I always advise you to check the price before you commit to any treatment, just to be safe. You don't want to get charged after not knowing how much it's gonna cost. So yeah, there's a lot of different options that you can do with a doctor, so it's always just good to ask and make sure that you consider all the options before you commit. One of the many ways to remove sebaceous hyperplasia is also plasma pen. I've talked a lot about plasma pen on my channel. I've used Plasma Pen to get rid of skin tags. I use Plasma Pen to get rid of sharyngioma. I made all the videos on my channel, and there is a super loud ambulance over there, so I'm sorry for that. I hope you can really hear it, but it's very loud. So yeah. Okay, let's just wait. Okay, the ambulance is gone. So on my channel, I showed you guys multiple different times how I was getting rid of skin tags, moles, sharyngioma. So it's all on my channel. I will try to link the playlist down below in the description box. But in today's video, I'm gonna show you how I get rid of sebaceous hyperplasia lesions using Plasma Pen. And so, as usual, before committing to any treatment, please consult a medical professional to make sure that whatever you are trying to remove from your skin is not cancerous. And of course, the information provided in this video should not be considered as a medical advice. And with this out of the way, let's get into this video. I've been using this amazing little tool for more than a year now, and I want to share everything I've learned with you. First, let me explain what a Fibroblast Plasma Pen is. It's a small device that uses plasma, a special kind of energy, to help improve your skin. I know it sounds a bit scary, but don't worry, I'll explain everything step by step. When I first got my Plasma Pen, I was a little nervous, but after using it many times on my skin, all over my body, I feel much more confident. The best part, the skin problems I treated haven't come back and everything healed really well. I'm going to share everything that worked for me in this video, and all the products will be linked below. I also want to be clear that this is not a sponsored video. I've used this Plasma Pen and these skincare products for over a year, and I'm sharing my honest opinions based on that long-term experience. I removed so many skin tags from all over my body, and you can't even tell they were ever there. No scars, no marks. I'm honestly loving the results I get and also how much money it saved me. Now let's talk about how I use the pen. It's actually quite simple. First, charge the pen. Before you use it, make sure it's fully charged. I usually plug it into my computer and let it charge for a few hours. There's a small screen on the pen that shows you when it's fully charged. If you haven't used the pen in a while, it's a good idea to practice on a piece of fruit. This helps you get comfortable with the pen and lets you try different settings. Before you start the treatment, clean your skin very well, remove all makeup, oils, or anything else on your skin. Some people like to use a special cream that makes their skin numb. This can help if you're worried about pain. I personally don't use it. The pain isn't bad for me. I'm kind of used to the sensation, but it's up to you. Hold the pen close to your skin, but don't let it touch. The pen creates a tiny spark, and that's how it works on the skin. After the treatment, your skin needs special care, and I'll tell you more about this later in this video. Now, let me explain how the pen works. It's pretty cool science. The pen creates something called plasma. Plasma is a special kind of energy made up of tiny particles. When this plasma touches your skin, it makes a very small controlled burn. This might sound scary, I know. This tiny burn makes your body start to heal itself. It tells your skin to make more collagen, which is a protein that helps keep your skin looking young and healthy. The plasma also makes the skin tighten up a little bit, which can help with wrinkles, but I personally only use it to remove skin growths. Some people use the pen to fibroblast their skin, but I never tried that and probably never will. During the treatment, you might notice a faint smell, like something is burning. This is normal, but make sure you're in a room with good airflow. The treatment doesn't hurt the healthy skin around the area you're treating, which is great. After the treatment, you'll see tiny scabs form on your skin. Don't worry, this is supposed to happen. These scabs protect your skin while it heals. It's very important not to pick at these scabs. Let them fall off naturally. Now, let's talk about what to do after the treatment. This is really important for getting the best results. Right after the treatment, put on an antibacterial cream. This helps prevent infections. Wash the treated area gently twice a day with a mild soap. Avoid saunas and long showers. Keep your skin moist with an ointment. It would be best if it would contain allantoin and panthenol. That will help a ton, especially if you treat a lot of skin growths in one area and you notice any pain. That always helps me, so I will link the one that I like below. Don't pick at the scabs. I know it's tempting, but let them fall off on their own. Protect the treated area from the sun. Sun protection is always important, but it's extra important after this treatment. Over the next few days and weeks, you'll start to see changes in your skin. At first, it might look a bit red or pink. This is normal. As your skin heals and makes more collagen, you'll see the texture and color of your skin improve. I want to be honest with you about the healing process. Right after the treatment, the area might look red, swollen, and a bit raised. This usually gets better within a few hours to a few days. The whole healing process can take anywhere from a few days to a couple of weeks, depending on how big the area is that you treated. There are a few things you should know about possible side effects. Your skin color might change a little bit in the treated area. This is usually temporary. There's a small risk of infection. That's why it's so important to keep the area clean. Sometimes healing can take longer than expected. The results might not be exactly what you hoped for. Sometimes you might need more than one treatment to get the results you want. During the treatment, you might feel some discomfort. How much discomfort depends on your personal pain tolerance and how sensitive your skin is. If you use a numbing cream, this can help reduce any pain. I know all of this might sound a bit overwhelming, but I promise it's worth it. The temporary inconvenience is usually much less important than the long-term benefits of having smoother, clearer skin. Let me share a personal story with you. The first time I used the plasma pen, I was really nervous. I decided to try it on a small spot on my arm where I had a tiny skin tag. I cleaned the area really well, took a deep breath, and started the treatment. I felt a little burning sensation, but it wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. After the treatment, I followed all the aftercare instructions very carefully. I was amazed to see how quickly the skin tag disappeared. You can watch my previous videos on plasma pen to see it. It left a tiny scab that fell off after about a week, revealing smooth skin underneath. This experience gave me the confidence to try the pen on other areas. One thing I've learned is that patience is really important. Sometimes you might not see the full results right away. It can take a few weeks for your skin to fully heal and for the collagen to build up, so don't get discouraged if you don't see immediate results. Give it time. I also want to emphasize how important it is to follow the instructions carefully. When I first started using the pen, I was tempted to treat the same area again too soon because I was excited about the results. But I'm glad I resisted that urge. Giving your skin enough time to heal between treatments is crucial for getting the best results and avoiding any complications. Another tip I've learned is to take pictures of the area you're treating. Take one before you start, and then take pictures every few days during the healing process. This can help you see the progress you're making even when it might not be obvious day to day. Remember, everyone's skin is different. What works for me might work a little differently for you. That's why it's so important to start slowly and carefully and to pay attention to how your skin reacts. I hope this information has been helpful to you. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask in the comments below. I'm not a doctor or a skin expert. I'm just someone who has used this tool and wants to share my experience. If you're thinking about trying a plasma pen, it's always a good idea to talk to a skincare professional first. Thank you so much for watching this far. Don't forget to check out the links in the description for the products I mentioned. I'll see you soon in the next video.